Hi, this is Carol Beatus, and this is a lesson I created to help students recognize common types of text in the library, draw a map, and compare characters and stories. We focused on the Common Core language arts standards that ask students to make comparisons of text and describe the relationship between the illustrations and the text. As well, we focused on several net standards that require students to create original work. We had our substitute librarian walk us through several sections of the library and show the students the different type of text and how they were cataloged, which you can see at our school is very simple. It's either ABC order for storybooks or fiction, or numbers for the information books. After we walked through the library, we came back and we watched a YouTube video of the Woodburn Children's Library. This librarian did a great job of walking us through her library using Bobo the gorilla as a prop to get us interested in this tour. We used three stories for this lesson: Me on the Map, The Librarian from the Black Lagoon, and Goodnight Gorilla. These stories were used to discuss beginning mapping skills, fiction and nonfiction, and how to compare books and characters in them. Students drew a map of the library and wrote or dictated the labels of their map. We also watched a YouTube video on Mike Thaler and listened to him discuss how he writes his stories. Next, we created a Venn diagram comparing our librarian to Miss Lucy and Miss Beamster. They then illustrated these comparisons and also labeled them. After completing these two projects, they decided which one they wanted to use. These drawings were naturally differentiated to their own ability. As you can see, some are more sophisticated than others. Many of the students drew Bobo in their maps of the library, which if you look closely you can see, and this was the project most of the students wanted to narrate. If I were to do this lesson over again, I would begin with Bobo. He was a great hook to help students with new vocabulary as they described where he's hiding in their picture. Later I had them narrate the work of their choice in Audacity. I put the maps in a slideshow and the librarian illustrations into a Glogster. Here's our Glogster. Using PowerPoint had some drawbacks as I was not able to keep the audio when I tried to share it online. In the end, I put the maps in the Windows Movie Maker and synchronized each child's audio clip with their illustration. I wish I had done several Glogsters. After both were finished, the students seemed to enjoy going up to the smartboard to push the buttons more than just passively listening to the movie. Finally, we shared the movie and the Glogster with Miss Lucy in her hospital room, and she emailed the class back, and they were thrilled to hear from her. Finally, I used a rubric to assess how the students were doing. I assessed them on how they used expressive language, whether they used illustrations to explain their story, and to show did they have the simple features of a map. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we had a really good time doing it. Thank you.